If you're looking for some affordable protection and sleek style for your 2019 or newer Ram 1500, this Ram officially licensed soft trifold tonneau cover will be a great addition to your build. And I would like to mention that this specific version is for 5.7 foot or 6.4 foot beds without the Ram box, so I would just keep that in mind. Now, nonetheless, this will be a great addition to your Ram if you want coverage to your bed from the elements and prying eyes. I would just keep in mind that this is going to be a soft cover, so this will be more for the Ram owner who doesn't have security very high up on their priority list, but is looking for tough protection from just the elements in general. Now, this tonneau cover will also just offer a very finished look to the back of your truck while being super easy to operate and use on a daily basis, which is great for the Ram owner looking for a user-friendly and good-looking cover. Now, this will feature a low-profile design, and like I mentioned, this is going to be very easy to operate with the tri-fold configuration. Now, it's going to make it simple to access any cargo that you need, especially with the lightweight design being made of aluminum, which we'll get into in just a second, and mainly being made of vinyl. Now, this is also going to be an officially licensed Ram product, so you'll see the small Ram logo at the back for a little bit of branded styling if that's up your alley. This will be tough for a soft tonneau cover with heavy-duty aircraft-grade aluminum frame rails for a solid foundation and support, as well as weather-resistant leather-grained vinyl on top that's going to resist any fading over time. And what I really like about this is that not only is it going to hold up well, but it's going to offer you a lot of longevity out of a vinyl cover. Now, this cover will also feature heavy-duty buckles and straps up at the top to keep the tonneau cover in place whenever you need to keep it completely open, which is especially useful for that extra large cargo. Now, the tonneau will also be super easy to install and again operate with a clamp-on construction, and there's not going to be any drilling or modification required to your bed, which will give you some peace of mind there. Now, this will be average when it comes to the price at around $425. Now, what won't be average is the quality and design here, the styling that you're getting, and the ease of install and use. Now, I think if you're not, again, worried about super tough security, you're just in search of a good solution for bed protection and a finished look, and of course, want that quality backed by Ram, then this is going to be a great pick. Now, install will be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about an hour to get the job done with some basic hand tools. Now, at this point, we can head over to the shop and check out a detailed breakdown of the install and what it looks like step by step. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into it.
There are no tools required for this install. What's up, guys? Today we're going to be installing a tonneau cover on our 1500, so let's get started. All right, guys, so the first step we're going to do is we're going to put our tonneau cover onto the top of the bed. We're going to make sure that these buckles here are facing towards the cab, so now we can do this. Make sure that we have all of our straps. All right, guys, so the first step we're gonna do is we're gonna come over to our safety strap. We're gonna loosen up this stub nut so we have our gap. And this gap is gonna slide in the metal part of the top of the bed. So once we have that in there, we're just gonna tighten down our thumb nut. So for this clamp here, what we gotta do is twist it to adjust the height. And it is also reverse threaded, so to go left, you're gonna go up, and right, you're gonna go down. And we're gonna spin, and we're gonna have it bent like this. Once we have that under the top of the bed, we're gonna press down, and that's gonna secure that into place. So I can repeat this process for the other side. All right, guys, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna unbuckle our buckles. I have the other side disconnected already. We got that unbuckled. Now we're just gonna flip this over. 1 time and 2 times. And now for these clamps, it's that same style as up front. We're gonna pull this down and we're gonna adjust. Seems like this is already adjusted to where we need to be. So I'm just gonna hold that, press that down. Actually, we might need to adjust a little more. There we go, that's nice and secure. So you can repeat this process for the other side. All right, guys, and for our last step, We're gonna slide these cotter pins into the holes on the clamps. Just gonna slide that through. This pretty much ensures this thing from not coming loose while you're driving. So now your install is complete, and you can repeat that process for the remaining 3 clamps. So that's gonna wrap up the review and install on our Ram officially licensed soft trifold tonneau cover for your 09 to 18 Ram 1500 with a 5.7 foot and 6.4 foot box and without Ram box. Thanks for watching, and for all things Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.